Welcome learners, welcome to the introductory session on Sociology of India paper 1. It is a core paper with 6 credits and the course runs for 14 weeks. Sociology is a social science which attempts to explain and understand the behavior of human beings in society. Sociology developed as Western knowledge and later disseminates throughout the world. As per the uniqueness of the region, the indigenous sociological knowledge varies. During the British era, the subject of sociology along with social anthropology was introduced in India for the want of understanding the Indian social structure. During 1920s, sociology and social anthropology were introduced as a discipline in the Indian context. While studying Indian society, it is being defined differently by different scholars in different periods. It can be historical, intellectual, cultural nationalism. Therefore, it is the basic focus for a social scientist to find out the meaning and the reality of the Indian society as certain. Before nation states came into existence, communities in various parts of the world generally lived through tribal and other forms of primitive existence. Here, the transformation in social, economic and cultural development leads to the state of nationalism. The development of nationalism followed the line determined by social and cultural history. India as the object of knowledge can be traced from the classical Arab-Persian accounts and later during colonial and nationalist discourse. Indian society's uniqueness can be understood from its cultural and religious context. India is a vast country that is inhabited by a huge population speaking many languages, professing many religions and having unique social stratification, that is caste system. In this 14-week course, the first 3 weeks of the course deals with the conceptualizing India as an object as well as subject of knowledge from 3 different perspectives with India's social structure and functioning. Historically, the colonial discourse of Indian society is focused on the first week of the course. In the second and the third weeks, the understanding of India from the nationalist perspective is dealt with. Stage by stage, the evolution of nationalist discourse is highlighted. In the post-colonial period, a key move was the 1980 intervention of the Subaltern Studies group. Ranajit Guha used the term Subaltern Studies, where the word subaltern stands as a name for the general attribute of subordination in South Asian society, whether this is expressed in terms of class, caste, age, gender and office in any other way. The 4th week class of this course is on subaltern critique related to the knowledge of Indian society. From the 5th week onwards, the concepts and the institutions of Indian society are discussed. India has several concepts which are cultural specific, like the caste, its village, its agrarian class structure, etc. The caste system, a major social system of India, has its influence on almost all other Indian social institutions. The caste system is one of the unique structures of Indian society that forms the base for the 5th and the 6th week of the course. Discussion in these weeks centers around the concepts related to caste and the critiques associated with it. Indian society is known for its agrarian nature, and the stratification based on the agrarian class structure will be taught on the 7th week. The transition from the agriculture sector to the industrial sector is also part of the Indian society. India in the post-colonial period emerges with its industry and labor, which is the point of discussion in the 8th week. The tribal community, its profile and the location in the Indian context are the subject of discussion in the 9th week. Villages are considered to be the backbone of Indian social structure. India's villages are a researchable feature from the earlier days of introduction of sociology in India. The 10th week highlights the structure and the changes happening in the Indian village structure. The Indian kinship, its principle and the pattern in the backdrop of family and marriage is addressed in the 11th week of the course. The last 3 weeks of the course deal with religion and society. The holistic view of religions practiced in India is explained, and specifically deeper knowledge on religions, Hinduism, Islam and Sikhism will be provided in the last 3 weeks of the course. This 6-credit course will be having video lectures, tutorials, works on assignments, frequently asked questions, glossaries, etc. As the course is a part of BA degree program, the evaluation will be in tune with CBCS guidelines. Hope you will be enlightened with the knowledge about the Indian society by travelling with us in this course. Thank you.